So let me fire off some fun facts since I only got about 3 minutes to do this. Okay, the future of my industry is basically content driven, right? Education is becoming more content driven. Peter Reynolds fired off this idea that kids need to have their cell phones in class. Why? Because they have technology on there, they have a dictionary on there, and it's better to teach responsibility with technology than trying to tell them to put it away and when they put it away and they pretend they're hiding it from you when you actually see it there all the time. My students all the time using their phone in classroom, not all of them, but the ones that are tech savvy and they use it for their work. So Pino Reynolds is right. Going with this Italian conference on international education and the use of technology in a content-driven industry, now the phones are going to be one of those applications that you're going to be able to use in a classroom. So now getting videos, getting content that's free for the public in a sense for education is going to be one of the major marketing tools for actually paid content, such as maybe registration fees, right? As far as education is concerned. Another interesting thing related to the content-driven market is that the newspaper, for the most part, is dead. The Scott Kurtz said this on his podcast, Webcomics Weekly, that was criticizing the content-driven market, that some people are sad that the newspaper comics are dying. But if you think about it, the distribution on the net is faster and cheaper. And the also idea coming out of that podcast was news. The very product of the news is ironic because how can something that is printed be new when we're dealing with Web 2.0? So the new change of the news now, of what's new, needs to be some type of interface. And now the question for the future in the next 10 years for the content-driven industry is basically how does it really make the same money it used to from subscription fees? And can it really survive just off of advertising? And what's the interface of the future that would create a actual sustainable economy for the content-driven industry? One thing is for certain, given the fact that that the top industry leaders within content-driven, which is not just multimedia but multi-industry, is that each top tier is making money off of free content and advertising. So the new question is that on everybody's mind is, what does the future hold, and will the content-driven economy still work? And in truth, the future holds an uncertainty for those who will actually be able to make money off of the content-driven economy. But almost every expert agrees that, unless there's 2012 is going to be the end of the world, we will still have content-driven marketing and content-driven economy in some fashion or form for the next 10 years. All right, cheers, I'm out.